Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the dishwasher's water supply underneath the sink. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Whirlpool dishwasher wheel and bracket assembly. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new wheel and bracket assembly. The wheel and bracket assembly helps support the upper dish rack rail. The main reason you'll be changing it out is if it's damaged and the upper dish rack isn't moving in and out properly. In order to get to the part, we have to pull the dishwasher out of the cabinets. First thing we're going to do is go underneath the sink and disconnect the lines. Now that we're underneath the cabinets, you want to make sure that the dishwasher is still unplugged, and you may want to throw a towel down. When we take off the fill line in the drain hose, there's going to be some water that comes out. First, we're going to disconnect the fill line. It's connected right here to the hot water valve. You want to make sure the water valve is off, and then we're going to use our 5/8" wrench to loosen up the hose. Once you have it broke free, you can just reach in and unscrew it by hand. Once you have it off, you can just set it down, and then we can take off the drain hose. To take the drain hose off, you just want to follow it up to wherever it goes. It may go to the garbage disposal. Ours goes up to the air gap. Once you locate the end of it, we're going to take a 5/16 nut driver and loosen up the clamp. Once you have the clamp loose, you can pull it free and set it down. Now that we have the lines disconnected, we can close the cabinets and open up the dishwasher door. Once you have the door open, we can use a Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Once you have the screws out, we're going to pull the rails out so we can take the end caps off. Just going to pull them out. And then we're going to take a flathead screwdriver and get behind it and push on the locking tab to release it. Once you have the locking tab released, you can push up on the end cap and pull it off the rail. Once you have this side off, you can do the one on the other side. Once you have both end caps removed, we can pull the upper dish rack out. To pull the rack out, all you have to do is grab it and pull it out of the dishwasher. Once you have it out, you can push the rails back in and set the dish rack aside. Now that we have the upper rack out of the way, we can see that there's two wheel and bracket assemblies on each side. You only have to pull the dishwasher out far enough to change either the front or the rear, whichever one you're changing. To get the dishwasher out, we're just going to lift up on the door a little bit and use it to carefully start the dishwasher out of the cabinet. Once you have it free, you can close the door and pull the dishwasher out. Remember, we're only going to pull it out far enough so we can change whichever part is broken. And then we're going to open the door back up so we can get inside. You want to leave the tail end underneath the countertop so it doesn't tip over when you open up the door. Now that we have the dishwasher out, we're going to peel back the insulation, and we're going to use a 5/16 nut driver to take out the screws. As you're taking the last screw out, you want to reach inside and hold the wheel and bracket assembly so it doesn't fall. Once you have the last screw out, we can separate the wheel and bracket assembly from the side of the tub and the rail. There's a couple gaskets on the back of the wheel and bracket assembly. You want to make sure that those come out with the assembly. If they get stuck to the wall, you can just peel them off. Once you have it free, you can pull it off the dishwasher. Here's the old wheel and bracket assembly next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. They sell the seals separately, so if yours are damaged or leaking, you have to order those individually. If yours look like they're in good shape, we can just take a small flathead screwdriver and swap them over to the new one. Once you have them swapped over, we can put the new wheel and bracket assembly into the dishwasher. To put the new wheel and bracket on, we're just going to pull the rail out a little bit and put it between the wheels. We can slide it back and line it up with the holes and hold it in place. Once you have it in place, we can reach around the back side and put in the screws with the 5/16" nut driver. If you have to, you can move it around a little bit to get the holes lined up, and then put the screws in. As you're putting the first one in and tightening down, you want to maybe leave it loose a little bit. And then we can grab the other screw and get that one started and tighten it down in case we have to move it around to line up the hole. Once you have both screws tightened down, you can put the insulation back in place, and then we can put the rest of the dishwasher back together. To put the dishwasher back together, we're going to push it back in the cabinet. So we're going to close the door and push it back in. Once you have it back in place, we're going to open up the door so we can put the upper rack back in. To put the upper rack on, all you have to do is line up the wheels with the rails and push it back in. Once you have it all the way in, we can pull the rails out so we can put the end caps on. To put the end caps on, we're just going to line them up with the rails and push them down to lock them into place. The other side goes on the same way. Once you have the end caps back on, we can push the upper rack back in, and then we can use a Phillips screwdriver to put in the screws that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Once you have the screws tightened down, we can close the dishwasher door, and then we can go underneath the sink and reconnect the lines. Now we can reconnect the drain hose to the air gap. Once you have it pushed up into place, we're going to use our 5/16 inch nut driver to tighten down the clamp. Once you have the drain line hooked up, we can hook up the water line. All you have to do is get it started by hand. Once you have it snug, we can reach in with our 5/8 inch wrench to tighten it down so it doesn't leak. Once you have everything reconnected underneath the sink, you can close the cabinets, plug the dishwasher back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.